My name is Mac,
I'm Brian.
and we're doing a segment called The State of the Movie Industry. And we're going to introduce that segment by going over the summer blockbusters of 2011, which is next Friday. And, you know, I remember when I was a little kid, the summer movie industry didn't start until summer, until we were out of school.
Right. I mean, we're not nowhere close to school being out.
Yeah.
Maybe a month.
Yeah.
A month. Yeah.
And they're releasing the first, technically the first blockbuster of the summer next Friday. And it just seems like it's getting earlier and earlier. We're going to go over 23 movies. And out of those 23 movies, they have played it safe on all but 5 of those. Basically, what I'm talking about is that out of those 23, there's only 5 that doesn't have a market from somewhere else in either a comic book or a sequel or something like that. So that's kind of one of the things we want to talk about. We want to talk about, you know, where's all the fresh ideas? Where's
The originality of Hollywood.
Yeah, where is that? Where'd that go? And the other thing that I want to talk about, because I hate it, is I hate how much people, or the movie industry, is talking about what the 3D is the next best thing.
3D. Don't like the 3D.
I don't think that 3D. I don't think that 3D sells a movie. I think that story is king. You know, and they're basing all of the success of 3D based on Avatar, because Avatar was such a great success. Now they feel like they want to put every big blockbuster, big action movie. They want that to be. They think the 3D is what sold that.
Yeah. Well, I disagree.
Yeah, I do too. And so, you know, story is king. You know, 3D, you know, you could have any movie that's done well, and if it's not in 3D, it's going to do well, you know. So, but back on to 2011 movies. First movie comes out Friday is Thor. Got Chris Hemsworth in it, Natalie Portman, Anthony Hopkins. And once again, this is a movie that we don't need to sell you. We don't need to tell you what it's about, because you know. Anybody who's read comic books, anybody who's you know, knows, you know what Thor's about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I still want to see it though.
No, it looks good.
It does look good. Chris Hemsworth. I don't know what else he's been. I can't picture him from.
He was George Kirk in the new Star Trek. He was his dad that dies at the end, or at the beginning.
He was?
Yeah, he was George Kirk. But what this does is this significantly is over the course of the last few years we've been hearing about the Avengers.
Yes.
You know, and this is setting us up for the Avengers. You know, this whole summer is setting us up for the Avengers.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, and so so that's Thor. You know, that's comic book. May 13th, we've got Priest. It's got Paul Bettany, Cam Gadget, who I've personally seen in action, and he's horrible.
Which one's Cam
horrible
Gadget?
Actual. He was in the first Twilight. He was the guy that they tore apart.
So I didn't see Twilight. So.
Yeah, he was the guy.
Paul Bettany's the Brit.
Yes.
He's the main character, right?
Mm-hmm. He was in A Knight's Tale.
Friggin' love that guy.
You know, the blonde guy?
Yeah.
The
funny guy.
Yeah. And it actually looks, and then the other big name is Carl Urban. Carl Urban, he was in Lord of the Rings.
Right.
He played the guy, one of the main Rohirrim guy in Lord of the Rings. Love that guy. He was also, I guess he was also in Star Trek. He played the Doctor.
Oh, Bones?
Bones. Yeah, he played Bones. So, but this is the synopsis for this is: a priest disobeys the church to track down vampires who kidnapped his niece.
Vampires.
Yeah.
More vampires.
Yeah. And it's probably, and I think it's being shot a lot like The Spirit, Sin City. I think it's all being shot.
Real.
Yeah, it's
different, like
graphic novel style. Right. But I like the idea. I'm a big fan of the dark stuff. I like the idea of a priest going on a vigilante killing spree. I like the idea of that. So look forward to that one. May 20th, Pirates 4.
Pirates 4.
Yep.
I thought At World's End was the end of the world.
I don't know.
By the end of the... No?
Well, at the end of at the end of Pirates 3, he takes his little rowboat and he's going to find the Fountain of Youth.
Right.
You know.
Right.
The obviously, nobody really needs to be brought up to speed as to what Pirates 4 is. But the interesting part about this is that there's no Orlando Bloom.
Which sucks.
And there's no Keira Knightley.
Which is okay.
So we'll see how Johnny Depp is able to carry these movies by himself. And this is going to be the testament to that.
So I'm a Johnny Depp fan anyway, so pretty much anything Johnny Depp's in, I'll go see. I just like him.
Yeah. So
he's interesting. He's different. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
for sure.
It should be entertaining anyways.
The Hangover 2, May 27th, The Hangover 2.
I saw a preview for it, and I gotta say, it looks exactly the same as the first one, which, I mean, how can you do the same gags, the same jokes, and be funny? I'm sure it probably will be funny, but the same thing?
Well,
I mean...
Yeah, that's what I got on my notes. I got on my notes that it's the Hangover, but in Thailand. And instead of losing a tooth, the guy gets a face tattoo. Like,
right.
You know.
Yes.
Like Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
The Tree of Life. It's Brad Pitt. Story centers around a family with 3 boys in the 1950s. The eldest son witnesses the loss of innocence. That's
loss of innocence.
Yeah, that's IMDb's synopsis for this one. My personal thoughts on this one is that this is Brad Pitt's Oscar vehicle for the year. You know, seems like lately everything Brad Pitt does, that's, you know, he going for an Oscar. You know, I think I don't know if he's won. If he did, it would have been for Legends of the Fall, but it seems like he goes for an Oscar bid every year. You know.
Yeah.
So that one, The Tree of Life, also May 27th. And the last one that comes out that Friday is Kung Fu Panda 2 with Jack Black. You know, once again, it's a sequel. You know, but I love the first Kung Fu Panda. I thought it was awesome.
Well, I love cartoon movies. I mean, you know, it's one of those things I just love. It should be fun. I have kids, so it's super fun to watch them with kids.
Yeah,
kids love them. You know, it's a good chance to hang out with your kids and watch a movie.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Should be good.
Okay, so that's the end of our first segment, and join us tomorrow, and we will go down the rest of the list. Until then, thank you.
Take care.